That are here and why we're all fighting. It's time to give eating disorders a face. For too long, our legislators have not heard our message. It's time for them to start hearing our message and to understand that we are here and we are not going away. It's time for them to hear our message. We're ready to fight. Woo! Raise your posters. I am thankful that each of you have made the effort to join us here today. I know it required a tremendous financial and personal commitment. I am thankful that 28 eating disorder nonprofits have joined together in an effort to create change. This truly is unprecedented and inspiring. I am thankful for our 10 sponsors who believe in mothers, families, and sufferers. Your partnership and sponsorship shows that the time has come for us all to join hands, to unify our voices, collaborate, and present a united front to our members of Congress. It is time that we each stand up and raise our voice. If we are not willing to fight for ourselves and our children, who will? If we are not willing to stand up and speak, who will? Eating disorders are not a choice. They are rooted in biology, and 50 to 80% of the risk of developing an eating disorder is genetics. Our loved ones do not wake up one morning and look out the window and choose to have an eating disorder. They are not choosing to risk their hopes and dreams for the future. They are not choosing to destroy or cripple their families. They are not choosing a death sentence, and they are not choosing to die. We have heard so many heartbreaking and compelling stories today. We have heard stories of tremendous loss, and we've heard stories of survival. We have learned that eating disorders do not discriminate. They affect boys, girls, men, and women of all ages, shapes, sizes, and ethnicities. I am here today to offer a story of hope. Recovery is possible. My daughter was forced to undergo a battle for her life that began when she was 15. The fight was not easy. In fact, it was a living hell. It brought our family to our knees. It rocked our house to its foundation. We learned that my daughter was genetically predisposed to anorexia and that the right or wrong environment, such as dieting and stress, likely triggered the eating disorder. Her eating disorder determined what she could eat. Her eating disorder told her that she was not beautiful and that no one loved her. It robbed her of her self-confidence, joyful personality, social life, and passion for life. She was severely malnourished and had numerous medical complications. But medical professionals weren't listening to the serious concerns I had. The doctors my daughter saw did not recognize or know how to treat anorexia, and the insurance company said that we had no coverage for eating disorders. She was on death's door. Her heart could have stopped beating at any moment, and we thought it was going to. But thankfully, there was something standing in the eating disorder's way. She was not ready to give up her life, and I wasn't giving up her life either. That's why we're all here today. We're fighting. We're fighting for ourselves, for our children, for our loved ones, and we have to continue to raise our voices. Bailey's path for her journey to recovery began after an intensive program at UCSD in California where our family was schooled on FBT, family-based treatment, and the Maudsley method. There is no doubt this intensive program saved her life. After a long, excruciating battle and lots of hard work, my daughter was able to fulfill her dream of attending an elite 4-year university 12 hours from home. There she flourished, eating disorder-free, and lived the life of every college student. She was in recovery almost 4 years when there was a bump in the road. a required nutrition class for her major, put a crack in the window. All of the discussion of good and bad foods, calories, what you should and shouldn't eat, and exercise caused a slip and a fall in her recovery process. Thankfully, this time, she recognized there was a problem 5 weeks into her downward spiral. Due to a knowledgeable medical practitioner at Vanderbilt, a concerned dean, coverage from College Health Insurance, and Joanna Candell from the Alliance from Eating Disorders Awareness, she was in an amazing treatment center in 5 days. I cannot lie, I was devastated when this happened. I did not think I had the strength to battle again. But now I see firsthand that slip made her strong. I've seen what real recovery looks like. I've seen how great treatment works and what it can look like when eating disorders are properly diagnosed, treated, and sufferers are provided swift access to treatment. There does not have to be the crippling pain, suffering, and hardship that so many parents and sufferers have to endure when faced with a long treatment journey. Our legislators need to understand that early diagnosis and treatment is vital, that eating disorders do not have to be a life sentence, and they are survivable. This is why I continue coming back year after year to advocate for legislation that requires the medical community to be educated on eating disorders and that compels insurance companies to swiftly and justly cover treatment. As we gather today on this beautiful day with all of you, my daughter is a senior in college and is filling out applications to get her master's in nursing. But I'm not here to make my daughter a poster child for recovery, and I'm not here to make light of our journey. My message here today is that there is hope. Recovery from an eating disorder is possible. Certainly, early intervention is best, but if that opportunity is missed, my equally loud message is that hope for recovery is real at every age. Maybe you or your child have been fighting the eating disorder for decades, or maybe you discovered it only last week. But the bottom line is you can beat this illness and be free to live your life. This is why I fight and why we all fight. It is time for us to join hands, stand in solidarity, raise our voice, and say no more, so that all will have the opportunity to be free. Thank you.
It's okay. It's good here. You need these.